Hello and welcome to another episode of Pixel Narratives with Anutosh. As you can all see that this is a different kind of a set we are, and this is the first time we are out of the conventional studios that for the last 20 episodes we have been recording all the videos for the podcast. Today we are here at a wonderful setting, a wonderful place at the very center of Guwahati, and it's basically a coffee shop with a difference. And we have with us the creative excellence of the owner of this coffee shop, Anuradha Boruah. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Welcome to my podcast, Pixel Narratives with
Welcome
Anutosh.
to Piquant.
And I have been hearing about your Piquant for a long time. And while entering your campus from the very gate till this place, every corner is really wonderful. A lot of flowers around. And I'm sure my viewers will be looking for this joint. Where is this coffee shop in Guwahati? Ma'am, you are basically from Dibrugarh.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And you have your schooling in Dibrugarh.
Yes.
You are born and brought up in the initial stage in Dibrugarh.
Yeah. I
So-
did my schooling from Little Flower School.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dibrugarh of your childhood days
Yes.
and Dibrugarh today. What is the change that you often see when you go to
lot
Dibrugarh?
of change actually.
Yeah.
Dibrugarh of my childhood days was more peaceful, I would say,
Mhm.
cleaner, and yeah, we used to come to school alone, walk alone. Parents didn't think too much about that,
Okay.
so it was kind of safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now Dibrugarh has become more populated, which is a natural progression,
Yeah,
of course.
that's part
Yeah.
of the development.
But for a town or a city now of Dibrugarh size, it has too many vehicles. It is not being able to cope with the rush of vehicles now.
Yeah.
So it's not as, I would say, it's not as pleasant for me as it was when I was a child.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's a bad place. I still love to go to Dibrugarh.
Dibrugarh is a town, I would say, we will call it a city right now. It's a town in Assam, which we can compare with Mexico. Have you ever thought?
I haven't given it a thought.
No? It was just coming to my mind. See,
Okay.
Dibrugarh and Mexico have a lot of similarities. It has oil,
Okay.
it has agricultural products,
Right.
it even has gold,
Uh,
Subansari,
Yeah.
in a
but
little bit.
Not Dibrugarh per se.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. yeah.
In and around the
Yeah.
greater Dibrugarh.
Okay.
Mexico also has the same thing. But even then, see, we had the first oil refinery. At that time it was
Right,
Dibrugarh
yeah.
only, the greater Dibrugarh. So sometimes I think that what Mexico has today, Dibrugarh hasn't come up with that thing.
Yeah, Dibrugarh is more laid back, I would say.
Yeah,
Could
and
be because
communication,
of the lifestyle.
right.
Dibrugarh has a tea background.
Yeah, you have tea estates.
Yeah, so that is a
agricultural
very leisurely kind of lifestyle. So
Right.
I think it rubs off on the
And,
people.
and I think
around.
Dibrugarh still has our cultural heritage,
Yeah.
intact. Which cities like Guwahati, we don't have anything with us. It's all the modern.
And I would say, if you're saying that Dibrugarh hasn't come up to what Mexico has, I would say that would be a blessing, maybe.
Yeah. yeah.
That's a good
No,
thing.
but then you see, Dibrugarh. Okay, even if we talk about come back to Assam and we talk about what Dibrugarh has contributed, we had in the cultural field we had Biju Fuka,
Right.
who studied
Yeah.
in Dibrugarh, born in Dibrugarh, he went to the Kanoi College.
Yeah.
And Dibrugarh has lot of places of tourist interest. People can go to, you have wildlife sanctuaries and the wild horse. So, do you regret coming to Guwahati, living that wonderful,
No,
lush,
I
beautiful
wouldn't say I
living
regret because this is a choice I made when I came to study.
Okay.
My college and university studies were.
And in
Guwahati.
college you were a topper?
Not number one, but yes.
And you had a foundation in education, and that's why you became an associate professor in economics, and you worked for a long time in the Dispur college.
Yes, I worked after I did my MA.
Okay.
I first worked in Kanwai Commerce College in Dibrugarh.
Okay.
Then after I got married, I started working in Dispur College. And in answer to your question about regret, I wouldn't say regret because I keep going to Dibrugarh every now and then.
Okay.
My mother's dead,
Uh-huh.
my father's no more.
And now the communication is better.
It's better, and you could say I go at a drop of a hat.
Yes,
So I
yes.
don't really miss Dibrugarh. Of course, staying in a place is different from visiting.
No, missing in the sense like, Guwahati is all concrete jungle.
Yeah.
Dibrugarh, you still have some greenery around.
Yeah. So I made my own little greenery here.
Yes, that's really amazing. And I'm sure the people your guests who come to your coffee shop, they must be really enjoying this place.
Yeah, they do. And the first thing is surprise.
Right.
Because Ganeshguri is one of the most, it's one of the noisiest
Right.
places in Guwahati, I would say, and crowded and, all the works.
Yeah.
So once they enter the gate and they come and see the flowers and the garden, in summers there are no flowers, there are a lot of green plants then. And the quiet,
Yes.
the quiet that they find here,
Yeah.
the first is surprise. And then we have a lot of people coming back, so that is a blessing for me.
And the backdrop and all these settings that you see around, even the books and other things, these are all your concept and your work.
You could say my passion. This is my passion project.
So, my viewers, I am sure you must. I'll take you around. I'll take you around the entire campus after we finish this, interaction with ma'am. Now, you left your job in Dispur College as an associate professor in economics, and
Yeah, I took VRS.
you have thought of opening a coffee shop.
Actually, I was very, you could call me a crafts person maybe. I love crafts.
I can see that everywhere.
Yeah, so I was a lecturer, I retired as an associate professor. I gave my 100% to that job. But this was what
You actually wanted to do. That's your passion.
Passion, and then I also like to do things where I'm not answerable to anyone. So there is no pressure.
So you're the boss of yourself.
Yeah, even if I do something wrong,
Right.
that's my wrong.
And every corner that we see in this coffee shop, you leave the outdoors, you come to the indoors, the furniture, the books around, such wonderful settings. And you have a lot of paintings that you have done.
Yes.
So did you learn painting somewhere, or it is just what it has
It
come?
just happened to be.
Okay. I mean, when you were a child, you used to paint?
Yeah, I used to paint.
And your parents never said that why you're painting?
No, never.
They gave you a lot of support?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
The first pocket money that I earned was when I was in school. It was by painting cards.
Oh, wow.
My father used to send a whole lot of cards to his associates and friends, like hundreds.
Okay.
And earlier he used to buy those cards. And then when he saw that I was painting, he said, "Why don't you paint? I'll buy from you."
Okay.
So that continued for quite a few years. My father always bought from me. So that was my pocket money.
So, do you think that people say, an artist is born?
I don't know about that. I couldn't say that, but I kept on
In
painting.
most cases, I've been a teacher of art and I have seen that students I mean, it's a, every child is born with the same kind of sensibilities, art, music, and other sensibilities. But then, for some, they vanish forever, and for some, they flourish forever.
Yeah.
And
It's a simple
today,
sense of-
today that you have all these paintings around the beautiful wall that you have painted and the way you have arranged your thing, I think it is because your parents have encouraged you,
Yes, they
when
have
you were a
always encouraged
child.
me. Yes.
and I am sure when you have been to the school, even the teachers must have appreciated it.
Yes.
So appreciation as
There was no one who said don't do this.
exactly, and that is why our new education policy is that we have to encourage the child so that the creativity in the child flourishes.
Yes.
And when we can do that, I am sure the society will have not only artists or musicians, but they will have people who are sensitive to
Sensitive
good things, and they see
we will
positive
have
things
We
around.
will have a happy population.
Exactly.
Because when you're doing something you love,
Yeah.
then you're happy.
Yeah. So, tell me about your coffee shop, when you started and how you thought that instead of going for a regular restaurant, why not?
This is actually, I wanted it to be a small cafe, but the dishes that we serve, the food that we serve is like any other restaurant actually. We
Okay.
have dinners, we have platters,
Okay.
which will fill you up. And we have small bites also to go with the coffee and tea. The main thing was once I retired, I wanted to do something like this. I love cooking.
Okay.
I love trying out new things. So this is something I really wanted to do. And then I took my VRS. Then I thought if I can do something which is attached to my home, where I can keep an eye all the time, then I will do this. This was in my mind. Something like this was in my mind. And then I decided to have it here, so I went ahead.
And you have a lot of celebrities coming to your Piquant?
Yes, some do.
Yeah, some do. I have seen Ashish Vidyarthi coming,
Yes.
and a lot of other people. And what exactly the people who come to Piquant, what do they look for? They look for a wonderful ambience. They look for a place where you have car parking. They can park their bikes, because that is the most.
You can tick those boxes. We have car park.
Because the most difficult thing in Guwahati at this
Parking.
moment is parking your car.
Yes.
And I was asking every time whether you have a parking. Then I just went through your on Google. I saw you have a parking and everything. I said in Ganeshguri, if somebody is having parking space, that means it's quite good. So exactly what the children come here? I mean, people, the young people who come here, what do they look for?
They like to spend some time, and they like to have coffee, tea, drinks like this.
Okay.
It's the ambience, I think. I have people spending a lot of time here, and I wouldn't say that only young people come. The whole gamut of population.
Okay.
I mean.
And you open your coffee shop at what time?
8 o'clock.
In the morning?
From 8 to 11 we serve only breakfast. We have this is our breakfast menu.
Okay.
So this is only till 11 o'clock.
Okay.
We do not serve the full menu till then.
Okay.
But from 11 we serve everything, even breakfast items. So this is the whole menu.
Oh.
This is from 11 o'clock where you'll get all the breakfast items.
Everything looks so unique, and something very antique, I should say, because this kind of prints you can only see in English movies.
This, I must say, this is my son's doing.
Oh.
He's a graphic designer.
Okay, it's really wonderful.
Yes.
I mean, it's so. I mean, there's nothing unnecessary things here. You can just see the menu. You can read very clearly. And this is how menu cards were long time back, in places where you had old restaurant. Now tell me about this Piquant. Why did you think of this name, Piquant? It's a cafe in the garden.
cafe in the garden, of course, that's evident. And piquant is something which is tart in a nice way.
Okay.
It's tasty. It's got
yes.
that sour thing. It's got a. You could equate with our pickles,
Right.
which is where we get that that taste. So it's sour, tart in a nice way.
Okay.
So I thought that would explain the whole thing.
Okay.
One word explaining the whole thing.
And I was just going through your Google handle, and I could see that you also have people coming here to launch their film. They show their films.
Yeah, we've had a few film shows here, and
you had Kenny Basumatari coming here.
Yeah.
So that's a really wonderful thing, Guwahati, when you were in college, I'm sure you must have seen this. We had this joints in Pambazar, which had this regular adda.
Yes.
Intellectual people used to come and they used to talk about other things, not politics.
Yeah.
They used to talk about cinema, they used to talk about Guwahati, they used to talk about a lot of other things. And
yes.
you have people from all walks of life coming there and spending an evening. And it was regular. It was regular, and they had assigned tables as per their celebrity. I was just talking in one of the episodes with Anuradha Boruah, and he said that yes, we are missing that in Guwahati. We want small places because I think today's generation, they don't have this adda thing.
They don't have time.
They don't have time. They have time for all other things, but they don't have time to talk to people, talk to peers, and talk to different other people.
They have
over
the
a cup of
they
over
have
a
the
cup
friend
of
in the
tea.
hands. They have the mobile.
You have this Kalpana, then all the restaurant that place, and Guwahati Diary, and those joints where people come in the evening and sit. It was also in in Silpukuri, Chanmari, Ulubari, Akashiganga, and those small places. So this is a wonderful concept where people can come here and sit down and talk for hours together.
I've had groups. I've had groups of different ages.
That is and you have a lot of books.
Yeah,
most of the books are they're out of print now. I'm sure.
Yeah,
you don't get these books
This
nowadays.
is my collection and my brother-in-law's.
That is the books that you have read.
Yeah.
And
so
some
of my
they can, the people who come here, they can borrow a book and keep on reading, or they can take it out.
Yeah, I have a system. I've got library cards.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just take 1,000 rupees for a year.
Okay.
And you can take, you become a member. All you have to do is carry that card, and you can take 2 books at a time.
Okay.
And I don't put any limit on the time you have to return it.
Okay.
At your leisure, you read
and
your
do they
books.
come back?
Yes.
They come
but
back.
There are not many takers, sadly.
Yes, because nowadays,
this is not so much of a business thing. I just wanted people to read, Reading is a very good thing,
right.
I feel.
And reading with, a cup of coffee.
Yeah. That I have.
That
people come, people read and maybe keep the book, come back again. I have a few regulars like that.
Yeah.
But not so many who take the books as a, library and take it home.
Yes. So, what else you are going to add to this?
I must say that when COVID came, then I did a lot of reading on the mobile, and it did help me a lot. I didn't ever go to any art school.
Okay.
So I call the mobile my art school and my craft school.
Okay.
I get a lot of ideas from there, which I implement in my own way.
COVID times has taught us a lot of things. People started singing.
Yes.
People started writing
all
novels.
The latent
people
talents
started,
came
out. Painting, and that is one thing that people started to, discover themselves and do something that they really didn't have time to do.
Yeah.
And COVID time was like they have done a lot of activities
Yeah.
which normally during their lifetime they don't do.
Yeah, in the rush of life, there's no time for
And
this.
you also have A and B. I mean, that's so homestay kind of
Homestay,
things.
I have rooms, yes,
Yeah.
but without kitchenettes.
Okay.
It's just rooms, and I have not added the kitchenettes.
Well, the kitchen is available,
It's,
yeah, yeah.
everything is available. I have 5 rooms,
Okay.
4 standard rooms and 1 deluxe room.
So how do people connect to you?
Through Airbnb or through phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Booking.com. There are some platforms where
you have shared it.
Yes.
Okay, that's good for people tourists who come here.
Yeah, and we have some tourist companies who
They
do tours.
partnered with you.
Yeah, who do tours, and then when they have to stay in Guwahati, they keep their
Right,
guests here.
And you have your own kitchen, you
Yeah.
have your own people to cook.
Yeah, and
so-
we also have a service which is home style platter,
Okay.
which is only available for our house guests,
Okay.
guests who stay
Okay.
here. We don't serve it here.
Okay.
So there are some guests who stay long term,
Mm.
so they like to have home style cooking. So we have those. We have a basic veg platter, and we have add-ons like fish, meat, egg,
And
paneer.
you have a lot of space where if people want, they can come and organize a small get
Yes,
together.
yes, we've had many of those.
So that they do, they connect to you through.
Yeah, they connect through, through friends also.
Okay.
They come here, they call. I have my number on Google, so I get a lot of calls asking for this.
Now,
And-
the question that is coming to me, you were an associate professor, and now you have come into this kind of a work. Do you miss your teaching days?
Truthfully, no.
You don't miss?
No. I miss my students, yes.
Students who you have taught,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, and I
do
miss.
you miss them? Because see, you must have become a teacher out of passion, no? Or you just wanted a job and you just wanted it?
Truthfully, again, yes.
You wanted a job and you
Yes.
wanted, and you had the
Yes.
qualifications.
I had the qualifications, I wanted a job, everything suited me. And in spite of that not being my passion, I gave it my 100%.
Okay. So
I've done that truthfully,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm happy doing this.
Yeah, but teaching is such a profession that even after you retire, you never retire actually,
Yeah.
because I think a teacher is a teacher all through his life. So I'm sure when you meet your students, when they come to meet you, you go back to those days
Yeah.
when you have taught them this full college. So that was really wonderful talking to you, ma'am. And I'm sure the people who will be seeing this episode of Pixel Narratives with Anutosh, they would be coming here and not just meeting you, but also see the amount of creativity all around in every corner of this.
I
So
also-
that was really wonderful talking to you, ma'am. So we had our wonderful guest
I enjoyed
today.
it too, talking to you.
Thank you. We had our wonderful guest talking to us for Pixel Narratives with Anutosh. Lot of achievements, lot of hard work, and that is where Piquant is today. And with that, we come to the end of this episode of Pixel Narratives with Anutosh. In our next episode, we'll be talking to another achiever who has achieved and has done a lot of work to what position they are today. With that, we end today's episode of Pixel Narratives with Anutosh. Do take care. Thank you.
Thank you.